Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime channel. Luffy is a very important figure in One Piece, being the protagonist who has a great ambition to find the greatest treasure in the world and officially become the Pirate King, thus completing his big dream. To do this, Luffy will have to face many enemies and navigate across several islands. One of these islands is Elbaf, an important place that will have great importance for the work of One Piece and the progress of the Straw Hats. In today's video, we will talk about the great importance of the Straw Hats going to Elbaf, which enemies he can face on this powerful island, and how powerful Luffy and his companions can become. What will the Mugiwaras do in Elbaf? Before we dive into the video, don't forget to smash that like button, give us a thumbs up to unlock your Devil Fruit powers, and hit that subscribe button to awaken. Now, let's jump into the video. The Straw Hats, accompanied by Bonnie and Vegapunk, currently find themselves in a delicate situation on Egghead Island, facing formidable opposition made up of the Gorosei Saturn, Admiral Kizaru, and numerous sailors. The group's primary objective is to escape the heavily guarded island, focusing their efforts on rescuing Vegapunk alive, as Sakai Saifu aims to eliminate the renowned scientist. With an escape plan, the Straw Hats aim to head to Elbaf, the Island of the Giants, a very important island for the history of One Piece and for the Straw Hats who want to obtain information about the world. This strategic choice is no coincidence, as Elbaf is known to harbor crucial information related to Ohara's knowledge. The Giant Island is also a repository of secrets about the Giants, providing valuable clues about Nika and Joy Boy. Upon arriving on Elbaf, the Straw Hats are determined to explore the vast wealth of knowledge the island offers. They seek specific information about Ohara, anticipating finding answers that could clarify long-held mysteries. Additionally, the team is eager to uncover the Giants' secrets, taking the opportunity to better understand Nika and Joy Boy, enigmatic characters whose stories are intertwined with pivotal events along the Straw Hats' journey. Aware of the strategic importance of Elbaf, the Straw Hats are committed to gathering as much information as possible during their stay on the Island of the Giants. This mission not only promises crucial revelations about the past and future, but also presents itself as a unique opportunity to strengthen your position in the growing plot involving deep secrets, intrigue, and intertwined destinies. The Straw Hats' journey towards Elbaf is not only a search for valuable information, but it also represents a crucial milestone in their adventure. Elbaf is recognized as a proving ground that offers unique challenges capable of honing the group's skills and forging the group's determination, essential characteristics to face increasingly formidable enemies. The Island of the Giants is therefore a vital stage in the progression of Luffy and his companions, providing opportunities for growth and strengthening. The challenges that await the Straw Hats in Elbaf are notorious, involving intense combat, tests of endurance, and clashes that will push the Straw Hats to reach their maximum limits. Each obstacle, however, serves as a valuable learning opportunity, enabling them to face future adversities with even greater bravery and skill. A very important evolution for these pirates. In addition to the physical challenges, Elbaf holds crucial information about the Giants, a powerful and enigmatic race. Delving deeper into this knowledge will not only expand the Straw Hats' understanding of the world around them, but may also reveal vital clues about the events that shaped the Giants' history and their connection to the world at large. The Island of Giants is also a treasure trove of information about Ohara, which adds an additional component to the importance of this quest. Discovering more about the knowledge that Ohara held could shed light on hidden secrets, past and future events that could significantly influence the course of the Straw Hats' journey. Thus, Elbaf emerges not only as a destination in search of answers, but as a vital training ground and an invaluable source of wisdom that will shape the destiny of the pirates led by Monkey D. Luffy. Elbaf's presence in the One Piece narrative transcends the borders of a simple island in the Great Sea. Since the beginning of the Straw Hats' journey, Elbaf has been constantly mentioned by different characters, becoming a kind of legend that echoes among sailors, pirates, and even giants. This persistence in references to the island suggests that Elbaf may be hiding a big secret and playing a key role in One Piece's complex plot. Elbaf, an island and kingdom located in the New World, stands out as the home of the Giants, a race known for their grandeur and formidable strength. Considered the most robust country in the world, Elbaf's reputation is solidified by its army, renowned for its powerful presence on the world stage. Its first mention occurred during the Little Garden arc, becoming a desired destination for Luffy and Usopp. Elbaf's setting was initially revealed in a flashback during the Whole Cake Island arc. Elbaf's most prominent geographic features include steep, rugged mountains, which dominate the landscape, and a colossal tree that appears to center the island. Located in the region called Warland, the waters around Elbaf are notable for the presence of gigantic wildlife, including fish the size of ships and even larger walrus walruses, giving the area a dangerous reputation. Elbaf is strategically positioned east of Wano Country and northeast of Egghead, highlighting its geopolitical importance in the world of One Piece. As a kingdom, Elbaf is ruled by a monarch, and its prince, Loki, played a crucial role in proposing marriage to one of Charlotte Linland's daughters. This agreement resulted in the Elbaf army's alliance with the powerful Yonkou, as Linland saw the potential to overthrow the four emperors and claim the title of Pirate King if he could gain Elbaf's military support. Elbaf's military strength is legendary, so much so that the mere threat of his involvement in a war against the world caused the Marines to retreat during the execution of the giant pirate warriors. This strength is based on the Elbaf inhabitants' deep-rooted belief in honor, where any dispute between giants is resolved through combat to the death, believing that the island's gods will determine the victor. Elbaf is also the site of an annual traditional festival called the Winter Solstice. During this event, the inhabitants fast for 12 days, consuming only water, before celebrating with a large festival to thank the sun. However, past events, such as Linland's gluttonous episode during one of these festivals, which resulted in destruction and death, contributed to the giants' aversion towards the Yonkou Empress. Elbaf's reputation as the island of giants and its relationship with the powerful race have always been sources of fascination and speculation. Characters like Usopp, whose stories and narratives often involve exploring the unknown, have mentioned the island with wonder and curiosity. Even giants who have crossed the Straw Hats' path recognize Elbaf as a place of mystical importance, casting shadows of enigma over its origins and secrets. The giant island, in turn, is more than a land of challenges and discoveries. Elbaf is a central piece that fits into One Piece's larger puzzle. The possibility that ancient secrets and profound truths are hidden in the vast lands of Elbaf adds an additional layer of complexity to the story, sparking fans' imaginations and heightening anticipation for the events that will unfold on the island. The fact that characters crucial to the plot speak about Elbaf with respect and reverence suggests that the island could have significant implications for the fate of the world of One Piece. The mystery surrounding Elbaf is not limited to its legendary origins and the imposing strength of the giants that reside there. On the contrary, the giant island promises to reveal long-kept secrets, but at the same time, its existence opens the door to new doubts that could give rise to important and revolutionary events in the plot of One Piece. As the Straw Hats enter Elbaf's domain, it is inevitable that unexpected discoveries and revelations will emerge, triggering a cascade of new questions. The island, which is already mentioned with reverence, may hide truths so profound and impactful that they will shake the foundations of the world as we know it. The search for truth in Elbaf, therefore, will not only uncover the past, but also pave the way for the unknown, generating a web of new questions. The complexity of Elbaf as a center of mysteries will not only add a fascinating dimension to One Piece's narrative, but will also lay the groundwork for future events of epic magnitude. The potential for new alliances, unexpected challenges, and discoveries that could change the course of history becomes imminent. The Island of the Giants is not just a silent witness to the past, but a living force that can shape the future in ways the Straw Hats and readers have not yet imagined. Thus, by embarking on this journey in search of knowledge in Elbaf, the Straw Hats are destined not only to unravel mysteries, but to trigger a chain of events that could redefine the course of the great age of pirates. The giant island is more than a destination. It is a catalyst that propels the story into uncharted territories, where truth and the unknown intertwine in an endless dance of revelations and surprises. The mysticism that surrounds Elbaf, the island of the giants, extends to its deep belief in a revered god, a supreme being who, according to the giants, arbitrates disputes and decides the fate of those who seek justice. Belief in this transcendental being is rooted in the tradition and honor that giants value so much. The giant village follows a singular rule when faced with insoluble disputes between its inhabitants. If neither side gives in, those involved are compelled to seek divine judgment through battle. This battle, a search for the verdict of the gods of Elbaf, is considered an infallible method of determining the truth and therefore a way of maintaining justice within the giant community. The reference to the Winter Solstice Festival highlights the importance of the god of giants at key moments in the life of the community. Before this festival, a traditional semla meal is held, symbolizing preparation and nourishment for the events that follow. During the festival, the giants fast for 12 days, with only water, as part of a tradition that expresses gratitude to the sun. There is evidence suggesting that the giant god of Elbaf may be associated with the sun itself. The belief that the god protects the right and allows him to live live evokes an image of divine justice, something that many cultures attribute to the sun, a source of light, life, and truth. The connection between the god and the sun is reinforced by the event in which Carmel, possessor of the Soru no Mi, supposedly summoned the sun god to extinguish the flames burning the village. This association leads to speculation that the god worshipped by the giants may be identified as a solar deity, a cosmic force that rules over light and justice. Furthermore, the possibility of Nika being the deity of these giants is very high. This possibility could be a crucial element in understanding the god of giants and strengthening his connection with Luffy. Although the narrative does not provide explicit details about Nika, it is possible that this being worshipped by the giants could be the same deity that Luffy possesses as his power, a deity that will bring freedom. Thus, Elbaf, in addition to being a kingdom of formidable giants, is also a kingdom of fervent devotion, where the inhabitants believe that justice is determined by the gods, and the god of the giants, possibly the sun god or Nika, occupies a place central to this tapestry of faith and honor. The intriguing narrative surrounding Nika, the mythical warrior who was once revered as the sun god, unravels a complex and enigmatic plot within the One Piece universe. The revelation that there is a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit called Hido no Mi model, Nika, adds an additional layer of mystery, especially when we consider that Sekai Seifu has been keeping this fruit under a fog of secrecy, renaming it like Gomu no Mi. At the center of this intricate web of myths and truths is Monkey D. Luffy, current bearer of Nika's power. The five elders call Luffy Nika, a designation that sheds light on the possibility that the Straw Hat's protagonist is, in fact, the reincarnation or personification of the sun god worshipped by the giants of Elbaf. The connection between Nika and Luffy becomes even more fascinating when we consider the giants' belief in a sun god. The legend of Nika dates back to ancient times, where people who had their freedom taken away placed their faith in the deity, believing that he would free them of suffering. Although Nika's actual existence remains ambiguous, ancient records confirmed by Dr. Vegapunk attest to the presence of this mythical figure in the annals of history. Former CP9 member Who's Who plays a crucial role in revealing details about the legend of Nika and her connection to her devil fruit. Her escape from prison, motivated by fear of severe punishment from the Sekai Seifu for knowing too much, suggests that Nika's story is a jealously guarded secret, with implications that transcend the boundaries of conventional understanding. During a confrontation with Jinbe, Who's Who mentions Nika, associating the fishman race with a lack of freedom. This mention highlights the importance of this mythological figure not only to the giants, but also to other races and groups within the vast world of One Piece. The revelation that Nika's fruit is currently in Luffy's hands suggests a cosmic connection between the protagonist and the deity worshipped by Elbaf. The possibility that Luffy is the sun god that the giants worship so much adds an epic element to the narrative, indicating that the fate of the Straw Hats is intertwined with ancient myths and divine powers. Thus, the enigma surrounding Nika and her relationship with Luffy promises to unravel throughout the Straw Hats' journey, revealing secrets that could redefine not only the course of history, but also the very meaning of divinity in the complex and vast world. From One Piece, the link between Luffy and the power of Nika, the devil fruit model. Nika suggests a cosmic interconnection that transcends the limits of conventional understanding. While the five elders call Luffy Nika, the giants of Elbaf are still unaware of the true extent of this divine connection. The Straw Hat captain inadvertently became the wielder of the power of the sun god, a being worshipped for generations by giants like Nika. Luffy's metamorphosis through the devil fruit gives him not only the ability to manifest the characteristics and abilities of the mythical warrior, but also places him in a unique position as the potential god of the giants of Elbaf. However, for both Luffy and the giants themselves, this revelation remains shrouded in mystery. The complexity of the situation is accentuated by the lack of mutual awareness between Luffy and the giants. While the five elders and potentially other elements of the Sekai Seifu are aware of Luffy's designation as Nika, Luffy himself remains oblivious to this divine connection. Likewise, the inhabitants of Elbaf continue to worship their sun god without realizing that possibly the object of their veneration is present in the form of the Straw Hat captain. The unexplored drama of this revelation offers significant narrative potential as Luffy, unaware of his divine position, continues his journey alongside the Straw Hats. The giants, in turn, may discover that the being they worship, the sun god Nika, is among them in a form they never imagined. The lack of knowledge of this divine connection adds a layer of suspense to the narrative, suggesting that future events may uncover secrets that will change perceptions and relationships in the vast world of One Piece. The possibility of Luffy, the fearless pirate, becoming the god of the giants of Elbaf, not only intensifies the plot, but also highlights the complexity of the mythology and mysterious powers that permeate this epic universe created by Eiichiro Oda. Thus, the Straw Hat's journey to Elbaf may not only unravel the island's mysteries, but also reveal the hidden truth about Luffy as the incarnation of the sun god, Nika, ushering in a new era of myths and legends in the Grand Line. Luffy's ascension as the incarnation of the sun god, Nika, takes on a powerful new meaning with the full awakening of his devil fruit. Now possessed of great divine power, the Straw Hat Captain is destined to play a transcendent role not only in Elbaf, but in the global landscape of One Piece. The island of Elbaf, steeped in tradition and governed by ancient customs, may be home to inhabitants whose minds are imprisoned by invisible chains imposed by the government or by traditions rooted in the culture of the giants of Elbaf. The revelation of Luffy as the sun god offers a bright hope of liberation for those confined by the shackles of preconceived ideas. Luffy's role as a liberator comes to the fore in Elbaf as he becomes not only the symbol of divine power, but also the catalyst for change. His presence not only challenges the limitations imposed by tradition, but also sheds light on the possibility of breaking the mental chains that may have kept the giants of Elbaf in a state of conformity. Luffy's journey on Elbaf will not only be physical, but also a quest to free the minds of those imprisoned by outdated dogma and practices. The deity Nika, now personified in Luffy, carries with him not only physical strength, but also the ability to inspire profound and revolutionary changes. Luffy's role as liberator isn't just limited to the Giants Island. His influence transcends borders, and the awakening of his mythical devil fruit can echo across the world. The fight against oppressive systems and archaic ideas becomes a flag that Luffy carries, not only for the giants of Elbaf, but for all people who yearn for freedom and equality. Thus, the Elbaf saga not only deepens the mystery of the deity Nika, but also establishes Luffy as a beacon of change, illuminating the paths of those who yearn for liberation. On his journey, the Straw Hat Captain becomes not just a pirate in search of One Piece, but a symbol of hope and freedom that transcends the bonds of the known world. With the full power of the deity Nika, the sun god, now flowing through Luffy and his devil fruit, the journey on the island of Elbaf becomes an adventure in search of knowing more about the past and about this deity that lives now at Luffy. Upon entering the domains of Elbaf, Luffy not only represents the living manifestation of the sun god, but also personifies the promise of liberation that many races and living beings seek. Giants who for so long have been judged by society and discriminated against because of their size, upon learning about the great divine power that dwells within Luffy, would see him as a catalyst for change that can break down the barriers of oppression, allowing them to live their lives in society with equal rights. Tradition rooted in Elbaf, whether linked to government or ancient beliefs, may have created an environment where the minds of giants are imprisoned, limiting their perspectives and aspirations. Luffy, with his divine power and unbreakable willpower, emerges as the agent of transformation, breaking the mental chains and challenging the norms that have governed Elbaf for so long. Luffy's role as a liberator isn't just limited to Elbaf. It transcends borders and extends to any place where oppression and chains of the mind are present. The awakening of the devil fruit model. Nika not only grants him physical power, but also the ability to inspire significant change and free people from outdated concepts. When facing limitations imposed by the government or giant traditions themselves, Luffy becomes the incarnation of hope, a force that challenges the status quo and offers the possibility of a new beginning. His presence in Elbaf is not just a passage, but an event that reverberates in history, leaving a legacy of freedom and courage. Luffy's saga on Elbaf is more than an adventure, it's a potential revolution. The sun god, represented by Luffy, lights the path to freedom, encouraging not only the giants of Elbaf, but also all those who yearn for positive change. The Straw Hat's journey is not just a search for treasure and knowledge, but a quest to trigger a transformation that echoes throughout the world of One Piece. The plot thickens even more with the intriguing possibility of the presence of Shanks, the legendary Yonko, on the island of Elbaf. Previous events indicate a confrontation between Shanks and Kid on the island itself, suggesting that the Yonko may be holding his position on Elbaf for unknown reasons. As Luffy, driven by Nika's divine power, embarks on his journey towards Elbaf, the prospect of a meeting between the two renowned pirates adds an additional layer of suspense and anticipation to the narrative. The island of Elbaf, known for its historical importance and military strength, becomes the potential stage for an epic showdown between Luffy and Shanks. The mysterious nature of the clash between Shanks and Kid suggests that there is much more at stake on the island than first meets the eye. Shanks' presence may be linked to significant events that will unfold, not only for the giants of Elbaf, but also for the balance of power in the New World. Shanks' geographic proximity to Elbaf opens up the possibility of a collision of wills between the Straw Hat Captain and the Yonkou. What Shanks is after on the island of the giants remains a mystery, but his presence suggests there is more than meets the eye. As two titans come closer, the implications for the future of One Piece become even more intriguing. It's difficult to know which of these two could win in a serious and intense confrontation. The imminent meeting between Luffy and Shanks, driven by both their desire to explore Elbaf's secrets, promises to be an epic moment in the narrative. As the Straw Hats sail towards the island, fate seems to weave a complex plot, bringing together iconic characters and defining the course of events that will shape the future of the world. Thus, the saga on Elbaf is not only a test for Luffy and his crew, but also a battlefield where the destinies of giants, powerful pirates, and the history of One Piece itself can collide and intertwine in unexpected ways. With the intriguing possibility of Shanks' presence on the island of Elbaf, the stage is set for an encounter that could change the course of the narrative in One Piece. If the Straw Hats and the Red Hair Pirates meet in the Giants' lands, it will not only intensify tension on the island, but also raise crucial questions about both groups' goals and plot twists. The meeting between Shanks and the Straw Hats, if it happens, represents a clash of titans in the New World. Shanks, one of the most respected Yonkou, and Luffy, the intrepid captain of the Straw Hats, represent powerful forces, each with their own ideals and ambitions. The clash between these two groups carries the potential not only for a physical confrontation, but also for an exchange of ideas and revelations that could shape the destiny of the world. The dynamic between Shanks and Luffy, who initially established themselves as mentor and apprentice, can evolve into a complex dialogue about the challenges faced throughout their journeys. The possibility of a clash between these two iconic crews creates a unique narrative tension, where loyalties, objectives, and alliances can be redefined in the face of unfolding events. Furthermore, Shanks' presence on the island of Elbaf could have significant implications for the giants and their fates. Their purpose on the island and how it relates to the Straw Hats' plans introduces an additional layer of complexity to the plot, adding new dimensions to the already intricate plot. The possibility of a conflict between the Redhead Pirates and the Straw Hats highlights the difficult choices the characters will face. Friendships can be tested, loyalties questioned, and alliances formed or broken amid rising tension. So, as the Straw Hats advance towards Elbaf, the prospect of an encounter with Shanks and his pirates not only heightens readers' anticipation, but also promises a crucial chapter in One Piece's story, where the lines between allies and rivals may become even more blurry. In this hypothetical meeting between the Straw Hats and the Redhead Pirates on the island of Elbaf, an atmosphere of expectation would hang in the air. Luffy, still determined to achieve his ultimate goal of becoming the Pirate King, would not give up his iconic Straw Hat so easily. This gift is a symbol of a great promise, which symbolizes your journey and aspirations. It would remain firmly over your head, silent witness to your unwavering quest. The possible interaction between Luffy and Shanks would be marked by an intense exchange of glances, full of meaning and mutual respect. The expectations of One Piece readers and fans would be met with a meeting that, despite the tension, would not turn into a serious confrontation immediately. Both captains, aware of the ties that unite them, could opt for a test of skills, a friendly and exploratory combat, to assess the progress and strength of their crews. This possible clash would serve as a moment of reflection, where Shanks and Luffy, as mentors and apprentices from the past, could measure how much they have grown since their last interaction. It would be an opportunity for Shanks to observe Luffy's maturation and strength as captain of the Straw Hats, while Luffy would have the chance to test his skills against one of the New World's greatest pirates. Despite the potential confrontation, the atmosphere would be marked by a relaxed and friendly tone, where the Red Hair Pirates and the Straw Hat Pirates would share laughs and memories of the past. The respect and friendship between the two groups transcend momentary rivalries, reflecting a mutual understanding that both seek their own extraordinary destinies. As fists and skills clash in the heat of the moment, the characters would know that this friendly combat would not be the final battle between them. The true test of strength and loyalty would be reserved reserved for the future, when Luffy and Shanks's goals would align or diverge in more significant ways. Thus, this meeting on the island of Elbaf would be more than a demonstration of power. It would be a symbolic chapter in Luffy and Shanks' trajectory, an opportunity to assess not only the strength of their crews, but also the depth of their connection as pirates who share a common history. The long-awaited encounter between the Straw Hats and the Redhead pirates on the island of Elbaf would be a truly exciting and remarkable experience. After years of separation, Luffy and Shanks would finally meet on the vast seas, bringing with them a whirlwind of emotions and shared memories. For Luffy, this moment would represent not only a reunion with one of the world's greatest pirates, but also an opportunity to show how far he has come on his journey to becoming the Pirate King. The sparkle in Luffy's eyes upon encountering Shanks would reflect not only respect, but also the tireless determination that propelled him through countless challenges. At the same time, Usopp would have the long-awaited chance to reunite with his father, Yasopp, one of the Red Hair Pirates' fearless marksmen. This father and son reunion would be charged with emotion and meaning, providing a glimpse of the lasting impact that piracy has on personal relationships. The Straw Hat crew, witnessing the magnitude and power of the Red Hair Pirates, would realize why Shanks is such a respected name on the seas. The Yonku's charisma and the imposing presence of his crew would be an impactful revelation, perhaps triggering reflections on what it means to be a true pirate leader. The meeting, although marked by friendly combat between the two crews, would be a moment of camaraderie and celebration. Laughter would echo through the winds, and stories would be shared in an environment of mutual respect. Shanks, known for his sense of justice and understanding, would recognize the ambition and determination in Luffy's eyes, further solidifying the friendly relationship that exists between these two great pirates. The possibility of Luffy being recognized as the god of giants, driven by the awakened power of the Devil Fruit model, Nika, adds fascinating layers to the plot of One Piece. It's linked to the story of Elbaf. This mysterious island inhabited by giants and full of secrets promises revelations that could alter the course of the narrative in unimaginable ways. The awakening of the Devil Fruit, granting Luffy Nika's characteristics and abilities, places the Straw Hat captain in a divine position for the giants. The legend of Nika, revered as the sun god by those who have been stripped of their freedom since ancient times, suggests a deep connection between this myth and Luffy's fate. The possibility that he is the bearer of Nika's power elevates the narrative to new heights, involving Luffy in cosmic events that transcend the boundaries of the known. Luffy's connection to Elbaf, the island of giants, becomes an essential focal point for uncovering the secrets buried in that kingdom's past. The Straw Hats' search for information on Elbaf is not just a physical journey, but an exploration of hidden truths that could redefine the world's understanding of the story of One Piece. The revelation of Luffy as a potential god of giants adds an intriguing complexity to the dynamics between the different races in the One Piece universe. His role would transcend the simple search for One Piece or the position of King of the Pirates, involving him in an epic narrative that connects the ancient traditions of the giants with the current journey of the Straw Hats. Furthermore, this possibility introduces a unique tension where the giants themselves can react in different ways to the idea of a human being considered their god. Resistance to change, deeply rooted traditions, and the unpredictable consequences of this divine recognition provide fertile ground for plot development. Thus, the hypothesis of Luffy becoming the god of giants not only increases the intensity of the story, but also offers deeper insight into the themes of power, destiny, and the interconnectedness of different timelines. As Luffy and his companions unravel the mysteries of Elbaf, the true extent of the Straw Hat captain's role on the grand chessboard of One Piece begins to reveal itself, providing readers with a captivating experience full of surprises. This possible meeting between Luffy and Shanks in Elbaf would not only become an important event for the narrative, but it also signals an epic event that could completely change the events of the world of One Piece. This meeting between master and apprentice, between two captains whose journeys are intrinsically intertwined, promises to be a remarkable turning point in the great Straw Hat epic. Shanks, the legendary Yonku, and Luffy, the intrepid Straw Hat captain, share a history that dates back to the first chapters of One Piece, when Shanks offered his straw hat to a young Luffy. This gesture set off Luffy's journey, inspiring him to seek the title of Pirate King. King. The reunion in Elbaf would not only be a settling of scores, but a milestone in the evolution of both characters. Shanks' presence on the island of the giants suggests not just a chance meeting, but the possibility that Shanks has knowledge of crucial events related to Nika's awakening of power in Luffy. The Yonko, known for his wisdom and insight, could play a crucial role in revealing Elbaf's hidden secrets and Luffy's role as a possible god of the giants. The meeting is anticipated as a moment of emotion and reflection, where mutual respect between Luffy and Shanks will reach a new level. The atmosphere would be suffused with the nostalgia of their first interaction, as both captains assess the path they have taken from that initial moment to the present. The possible friendly clash between the crews, marked by laughter and memories, would provide not only a spectacle for readers, but also a test of strength and progress for both crews. This friendly dynamic could be a unique opportunity for the Straw Hats to measure their skills against one of the most respected Yonko. Therefore, this meeting with Shanks and Elbaf would transcend the boundaries of a simple confrontation, becoming an event of great importance for the mythology of One Piece. As the Straw Hats face off against one of the world's most iconic pirates, the world of One Piece prepares to witness not just a meeting between characters, but a milestone that will shape the future of the new world and impact Luffy's journey to his ambitious destiny as Pirate King. That's a wrap for today's content. We hope you enjoyed it and want to share your thoughts on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and catch you in the next video. Take care and stay awesome.